In lesson 6, we did dividing with fractions, mixed numbers, and whole numbers, okay? So Carly has 4.5 walls left to paint in order for all the bedrooms in her house to have the same color paint. However, she has used almost all of her paint and only has 5/6 of a gallon left. How much paint can she use on each wall in order to have enough to paint the remaining walls? Well, word problems and trying to figure out what you're dividing is actually a very difficult thing. You're not dividing 4.5 walls, okay, so that should not be your first number in your division expression, but you are dividing 5/6 gallons of paint. You are dividing the 5/6 gallons of paint that Carly has left between 4.5 walls, okay? In order to complete this division problem with a mixed number, I always have my students do what I call the STAR step first. You cannot divide fractions unless it's fraction divided by fraction. This is a mixed number, okay? So I'm going to keep 5/6, that's a fraction, and I'm going to change this to a fraction. You have 4 holes and 2 parts in each hole, so 4 times 2 is 8, and then you have 1 out of 2 extra, so 4 times 2 is 8, plus 1 is 9. So 4.5 actually changes to the fractions 9/2. Now you can multiply by the reciprocal. You never change what you're dividing, it always stays the same. Division changes to multiplication, and you take the reciprocal of the second fraction, okay? There's 2 ways to do this. First way, you can do top times top, numerator times numerator. 5 times 2 is 10. 6 times 9 is 54. Okay, now your answer is not in simplest form. So in homework tonight, okay, and all the time, you really should be trying to make it in simplest form. 10/54 is not incorrect, but in simplest form, it would be 5/27. Now, we did this problem and simplified at the end. You can also simplify before using a process called cross simplification. Okay, when we look across here, 5 and 9 cannot be simplified. Okay, when we look across here, 2 and 6 can be simplified. They can both be divided by 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 6 divided by 2 is 3. Okay, now we can multiply numerators, multiply denominators. Okay, 5 times 1 is 5. 3 times 9, is 27. So whether you think it's easier to simplify at the end or to simplify in the beginning of the problem, that's really your choice. Let's do 2 more examples from class today. Okay, number 2, STAR step is the first one. It has to be fraction divided by fraction. This is going to be 2/5. Now I have to multiply the denominator by the number of holes I have. 7 times 3 is 21, plus 4 is 25. 2/5 divided by 25/7. Now that I have fraction divided by fraction, now I can multiply the first fraction by the reciprocal of the second. Okay? There's no cross simplification here. 7 times 2 is 14. 5 times 25 is 125. This one, STAR step, fraction divided by fraction. You need 4/5 divided by 3 over every whole number has a 1 underneath it. Because fractions are really division. 3 divided by 1 is 3 wholes. Okay? Now that you have fraction by fraction, you can multiply the first fraction by the reciprocal, and your answer should be 4/15. Okay? And that's a glimpse of lesson 6. Thanks for watching the video.